that's that. So, I want my rematch, and I don't want to have to fight two guys in my rematch next time, because my last fight when I fought Marty Fake Newsman, I was fighting two guys. I was fighting the ref and Marty Fake Newsman. Next time, it's going to be mano a mano, me versus Marty Fake Newsman, and I promise you it's going to be a completely different fight.
So you talk about like it being a completely different fight. Is there a game plan that you tried to execute in that fight that maybe didn't go your way? I mean, because you both kind of shied away from the wrestling. I've watched the fight a couple of times. I don't think there was any takedown attempts. Um, is that something you think you would change in the rematch? Is that something that you want to do a little bit differently, or maybe change up?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd switch it up next time. I just was getting the better of the hands. I was winning the striking exchanges. I was catching him. I wobbled him on his feet probably
Yeah.
3 or 4 times, and I wasn't able to finish, but I was close to finishing him multiple times until he switched the momentum and took breaks. But besides that, I was winning all the rounds on the feet, so I didn't feel like I needed to wrestle. But if we fought again, I'd definitely make him, get into some wrestling exchanges, make him fill those arms up with blood, so he's got all that lactic acid in his arms, and it would just slow him down. I know it would, and I know I have bigger heart and better scrambles in the wrestling department. There's a reason he's a D2 scrub, and I was a D1 All-American. So, next time it's going to be a completely different fight. And, dude, people don't even realize, man, like, I'm not making excuses, like, you wrestle for Oregon State. So, like, we're kind of like a family. It's a little bit different dynamic, like talking to you. But, I haven't really told anybody, but, like, the UFC was preparing meals for me all fight week, and like I ended up getting really sick off one of their meals. I think they didn't cook the chicken very good, and I got food poisoning like 2 nights before the fight. I'm puking like 30 times, like literally 30 times. And I was like, fuck. I told my manager, I was like, Dan Lambert, man, I'm gonna have to pull out of the fight, man. He's like, no, you can't pull out. You can't. You're the main event. You can't ruin this for the UFC. You just need to go through with it. And, I just ended up going through with it, but I didn't feel my best. So, that kind of played into the decision not to wrestle, because I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel like, my typical, like 100%, I'm ready to go. Like, we're going to get into a fight, it's like I was holding back a little bit, because I knew, I was puking, my liver, my intestines were all messed up, and I wasn't at full strength. And so what I'm trying to say is that I was at my worst day, and Marty Fake Newsman was on his best day, and I still beat him. And so you can imagine what's going to happen in the rematch when I'm at my best and he's at whatever level he's at. And I'm not fighting against two guys. It's going to be a completely different outcome.